I've got to go. Let me know how this goes.
Is this
I pray he gets out alive.
Indeed, you seem to be hooked up through the speaker system.
Understood. Attention. This court will come to order. Take your seats.
I'm tired, boss. I brought my own.
I am Unit J4, J9, E53. You will refer to me as Your Honor. It should be noted that I am authorized to act as judge, jury, and executioner. This court comes together today for the case of the murder of Yuri Mankava. May the defense state their names for the record. Repeating.
Alright, I got Gar's cane. He's coming.
Names for the record.
I am Cashflow representing CT 5232 Trig.
Was X here?
May the defendant, may the prosecution name themselves for the record. Repeating. May the prosecution state their names for the record.
As the representative of Yuri Mankava, my name is Prior Glambo. I will be representing him and the marshals in this opportunity.
Excellent. CT-5232. You are accused of ×1 count of second-degree murder. How do you plead?
My client pleads not guilty, sir, Your Honor.
I can hear fucking...
Excellent. Mr. Flowell, will CT-5232 be using his rights to remain silent?
Indeed. I will be speaking on behalf of my client.
Excellent.
So, just so everyone knows, second-degree murder can't be listed in a wartime situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's...
Second-degree murder is murder with the intent to kill or cause seriously body harm.
Yeah, we're literally in a war, that's what I'm saying, that does not matter.
Prosecution. What has happened in the past, during such a
all my little wants of wanting to be a
war
lawyer when I was younger is
can
coming
be
out.
chalked up
I
to
blame Daredevil.
an accident. And it is for these
I
few
love
reasons
Daredevil,
that
and I knew I
shall
could never
state
be
that I call
Batman.
this an accident. The first one. During the time of war, it's hard to know exactly who's on your side or who's not. These clones are trained to understand what a clone looks like, and it's their first foray into unknown territories with people that dress similar to the attackers.
What the fuck is that?
In a garb unlike in their own one.
Who's wearing Old
unlike
Republic
their own
armor?
Knowing this,
I think that's
these individuals are not so experienced with speaking with local forces and understanding who means them no harm. Regardless of this, it is a shame that a marshal had to lose such a moment of hesitation. Yet let the hesitation be understood of doing his duty. You see, Clone 5232 was guarding a VIP who, under his Republic training, he must guard with his life, and with the lives of his other clones around him. Knowing that, when a man approached from the fog of war, without too much understanding of what was going on, only that there were blaster wounds in some people, shots were being fired elsewhere, and a radio transmission stating that the marshals had come with air support. When he saw a man who, utilizing a blaster, a standard issue blaster similar I guess in silhouette to a standard issue CIS blaster, when he saw such a man approaching while he was guarding a VIP under the fog of war, he decided to take action and fire at the man, whom he could not hear announcing himself as a marshal. It was stated that the marshals were providing air support. They did not know that they were on the ground with them or that they were coming to reinforce them at their positions. After that, he was greatly dismayed to hear that such an accident had occurred, and he had been placed under surveillance in the brig. He was kept in the brig, and he was also given time to speak with a medical professional who deemed that the clone here is within his right mind.
Will this conclude your opening statements?
This doesn't conclude my statement, thank you.
Excellent. The prosecution may begin with their opening statements.
Your Honor, as you are aware, a man here lost his life today to people who are supposed to be out there protecting us, who are made specifically to protect us. It is under high regard that obviously they have granted them a grace of a trial when in all actuality these creatures do not have the same rights as the rest of us. They in fact
oh my god, it's gone as creatures now.
were more likely to have him sent off elsewhere or dealt with within the military, but the marshals here, my people, of course wanted a trial, so let that be of note. Of course, again, we send these troops out to defend us, to go and protect our assets and defend ourselves from the CIS, but it seems if they cannot distinguish between what is a hostile and what is a friendly, that we should hold them to the same regard we hold our people. They shoot at all people, all humanoids, when they are trained to shoot at droids. Not at men, not at men. They go, they make fun of us, let that be of note. Mock our troops, and then shoot one. And we're supposed to take this as an incident, an accident, when it seems, in fact, it seems like this case may be able to prove through evidence that our suspect over there did this willingly, did this in fact because he believed not that they were the enemy, but that it was a right, it was something
yeah, I'm surprised this is being handled with military
funny to him and his men.
I'm guessing this is literally just
they
a
are
show.
Lucky that we are not trying the rest of them as well, based on everything we have seen and done. Hesitation, as my friend had mentioned, was not held, and a man who had a family, friends, and many people in a group they are trying to work with, who supported them without hesitation, is going to go empty. I conclude my opening statement for now.
Understood. Excellent. Are there any witnesses present who have not already been questioned and testimony been submitted to the record?
Well, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Because the prosecution and defense are supposed to call
I will take this silence as a no.
It's fantasy court.
Yeah, that's
Mr. Farlow, You may begin with your analysis of the evidence at hand.
I mean, thank God this isn't Japanese court, where the lawyers have to find the evidence themselves.
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright had S.
That's... Phoenix Wright is quite literally how the Japanese justice system works. It's so
Phoenix
fucked up.
Wright had S.
Indeed, sir. Your Honor, I'm sorry. The evidence is quite, well, it's quite clear. I mean, there's a dead body. Several witnesses have noticed and sent in their testimonies in the name of Trig here. Regardless, with the evidence, it should be noted that ever since the clones have stepped foot in the Auroralis sector, they have been up against not only droids but also insurgents. And so, knowing this, the evidence might be thought of in a new light. They have had to battle against locals here, fighting against Elda and her people. In an unknown sector, they happen across a humanoid. It doesn't matter whether it's a droid or a humanoid. All that they know is that they had a VIP with them. Regardless, all testimonies point toward similar truths, and that is that this man did not know who he was shooting at because of a lack of communication, whether it be due to communication disruption due to wartime, or other factors such as the fog and dust that was in his eyes. It was hard to know exactly who he was looking at, but he had his people around him. He had droids that were surrounding him and his people as well. And so when the time came and someone who was unknown approached, well, his blaster was unbiased. That is all I have to say.
Excellent. Mr. Glambo, you may begin with your analysis of the evidence.
The evidence presented before us today paints a very clear picture. As my opponent across the stand has said, there is a body, and that body is a man, not just a body. These things made for war seem to forget sometimes that they are in fact humans. They are people out there. Of course, as we ought to note, the blasters that we have standard issue between all the marshals may in fact look like droid E5s. However, when those blasters are not firing out upon you and somebody is approaching, you'd think hesitation would be had, but no hesitation was spent. Just around and laughing. Laughter from her side. This, in fact, lack of communication coming after they had seen friendly forces bomb the area and land their ships off in the distance. This was communicated, in fact, over radio, I do believe, to their leading forces at the time, though it seems evidence may be there that there was a failure in that part, if it did not, in fact, reach, though regardless, it should have been communicated. There is plenty of issue with this hostility in the system. There are pirates, there are enemies far beyond just what we may consider, but shooting friends or shooting creatures that do not fire upon you or act hostile in any way, especially when having VIPs of the same group who are guarded actively by martial forces and not shooting or shooting them in the head. Twice, might I add, Your Honor. This person had fired twice into the head of our friend. Not a warning shot, not in the chest, not any way that could be survivable, that they could talk to this individual. They killed him on the spot. It should be of note that second degree is not premeditated, but there was intent to murder there, and that is very clear that the intent to murder and not to question someone who is approaching in a friendly manner was had. I rest my case for now.
Understood. Upon the analysis of all submitted evidence and witness testimonies, a determination has not yet been found.
They're about to just declare it?
Mr. Flavo,
No, I think they're going to witnesses.
Maybe.
They should be going to witnesses
the
now.
enemies the Grand Army of the Republic were fighting on that day were pirates. This is correct.
Correct.
Mr. Blanco, if you know how exactly the fatigues of the marshals appeared on that day, would you please describe them for the court?
I don't, in fact, have to describe them. There are living evidence right next to you, Your Honor. The armor was slightly more reddish in tint. However, the marshals here guarding are wearing the same garb that they were on that day.
Understood.
And the same weapons, in fact, Your Honor.
So they were different. They were red instead of the usual colors.
No, the one we killed was white.
Was he? Oh. I'm just saying, if you put an E-web at the end of a tunnel. I don't think we're getting a witness statement.
A determination has been reached. False statements. Analyzing must resume.
So he hasn't made a conclusion yet.
A brief recess is being ordered. The plaintiff and the defense will proceed to turn over Any evidence that has not already been submitted? All other non-essential personnel will vacate the courtroom for the time being. You will be resummoned in 5 minutes.
Zach, as you said, he's not my he's not my general or high command. I'm
Oh, he's
referring to
not.
like no, but technically he's a conscript.
Well, no, but technically not. But his leaders are a part of the high command.
ASDF?
Ah,
No,
fair.
yeah, they are.
Oh.
No, technically not. They're high command for him and his guys. Like, they can give them orders, but they can't give us orders because they're not technically Republic Army officers. There are Republic aligned officers. They just operate in this sector.
Okay.
This court will come to order.
So they're cannon fodder.
Take your seats.
For the sector, yes. This is the only place where they will operate as cannon fodder.
CT
Well,
5232. A determination has been reached on your status. In the eyes of the law, you are declared not guilty on all charges.
Let's go!
As of this moment, you will be reinstated to active duty.
Let's go!
That is all.
Wait. I'm just waiting for him to get fucking doomed.
Well, would you look at that? I said we were going to have a good day, and indeed we did.
Well, Gurk, it was a good trial. The marshals should be pleased that at least there was one.
I don't know why he's addressing Gurk. Gurk just not
The
give a
judge
shit.
factored in the amount of time he spent in the break, and he said that the sentence
It's trying to
you
try to rub him. You know.
pronounced not guilty. It's not like you can't. You're already doing service for the Republic, so am I right? Oh, no,
I don't know what you're talking about,
James,
Gurk.
coordination
It's
reached.
jump the trial.
You are all dismissed. You may leave as you please.
Great. You're a free man.
Yeah.
Is this always
Oh,
going
hold
on?
on, hold on. Oh,
In the yes, during trials, Gurk, it always happens.
Here's the rest of your armor.
I guess. This is the front. This is where the true front is.
Does he know he's still on speed?
The fuck does he mean this is where the true front is?
Man, fuck the droid.
That went
Don't
well.
worry, the droid's coming back with us anyway. He was sent here by the marshals anyway.
Man really said fuck the droid.
good luck seeing you. We never have to meet again, in fact. And good luck to you, judicial droid.
Alright,
This Trig, we need to clove him again.